Hey, what is up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We have a lot to talk about today. First and foremost is something extremely unusual that just occurred in the skies over San Jose, California, where not only were residents startled to a massive boom, but what was later discovered to be a flash once again in the sky, only this time it is not a meteor, it is not an aircraft, and to be quite honest, it looks as if something is jumping dimensions or blasting into some sort of warp speed drive. I mean, it's like nothing I've ever seen. So go ahead and check out this news report from the Bay Area NBC newscast.
New at 11, what was it? Take a look at the mysterious light in the sky. There you see it, followed by a loud boom that rattled some San Jose neighborhoods. The majority of the people that witnessed it live near Branham High School off 85 and Almaden Expressway. NBC Bay Area's Ian Cole is live near there. And Ian, any idea what this was?
No, we simply don't know what it is, but most people tell us it was louder than any firework they've ever heard. They say they felt it inside their homes, and one thing is clear tonight, that this has now become the talk of at least several San Jose neighborhoods.
You can see this is coming from way over on this side.
This video posted to a South San Jose Nextdoor page shows a small light travel across the sky for about a minute, then a flash and boom, and it disappears.
Oh yeah, that doesn't do it justice at all.
Dale Johnson says it shook windows and set off car alarms Sunday just before midnight.
New Year's Eve, there's always some mortars or M100s or even M1000s going off around here and at the park. We know what those are. This was nothing like that.
He's not alone. Nextdoor had more than 120 comments, people saying it sounded like it was right outside their front door.
I thought at first that maybe it was the transformer blew, but we've had that happen before and it wasn't that.
A lot of people heard it pretty far away too.
We asked the FAA if they could identify the flying object. A spokesperson didn't want to guess, but said it did not look like any aircraft operation. The neighbors, including the man whose camera captured it all, is just as confused.
Okay, so as you're seeing in this footage, I'm trying to get the best shot here. This object, whatever it was, you can clearly see it, just moving slowly through the sky at a steady pace. It is not like the typical meteorites that you see streaming into the atmosphere, breaking up, and that have been one of the sources for some of these mysterious booms and lights seen around the world. This object moves steady through the sky for around a minute before stopping, and just look at this massive circular flash of light. And even after the flash, it looks as if we can possibly see the object or some sort of secondary effect happening, because we can actually see what looks like a little light that appears just after the flash. And I mean, it really does look like it's out of one of those science fiction films where either something jumps out of our dimension, leaving this massive plasma burst, or it's like one of those ships that you see jumping into hyperdrive or warp drive or whatever you want to call it, where you see this massive circular contained white flash. And it's baffling to me, because we have been talking about these mystery booms and lights seen all over the world lately, and in many of the cases we will not get video, but sure enough, people will feel it. Their houses will be shook, just as in this instance. People, as the gentleman said, windows rattling, houses rattling, followed by a bright flash of light and a loud boom, louder than any firework they'd ever heard. And then you see something like this, which is obviously not a meteor. And I'm just completely baffled as to what this was. What could have caused this? Why was the object steadily moving through the sky before vanishing? It's just amazing footage. So I will put the link to the original news story down below here. Again, this happened over California. And, this isn't the only strange stuff that's been happening around the world. With these mystery booms and lights, we've also had these massive cracks in the earth appearing, including in the past week, one in Kenya, in Africa, where this massive crack appeared in the surface of the earth, located in an area of what's called the Great Rift Valley. And at the moment, scientists cannot say what sort of catastrophic phenomena are connected with it and what could be to blame. And as you're seeing here, we just have this massive crack just going right through this street here, splitting this vast area of land right in two. And so the more research you do into these massive cracks, they're happening all over the world. We have more happening again in Africa, and we'll go through some photos here. They are appearing in India, where a crack that has spread some 4 miles has stretched across the landscape of Manipur, India. We've seen them appearing in Mexico in various different areas, and here in the United States, in both Wyoming, as you're seeing here, as well as Arizona, which appeared just last June, just outside of Arizona City, just splitting its way through the Arizona desert here. And so you couple that, again, with the recent story we spoke about how the local wildlife in some of the areas around the United States, I'm not sure if it's the entire world, but we have reports from the US where people are noticing their local wildlife, such as birds, insects, are acting very strange. And we posted a video about this. We have birds dropping from the sky. And recently, my friend and fellow YouTuber Mr. MBB333 posted a video which relates directly to the strange behavior of animals and how that can be an indicator of something that's happening or something that's coming. And so he posted a video that a guy recorded of a bird just sort of standing there on the road, almost like he was in sort of a trance of some sort. And so check this out.
I don't know if you guys have noticed this, and I don't think this is normal, but I've noticed a lot of grackles down on the ground staring at the sky. I do not believe that's normal behavior. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, I don't think that's normal. He doesn't even care that I'm here. He's staring straight at the sun.
Okay, and so this clip was a part of Mr. MBB's video entitled, "Why Are They Disappearing Again?" It also talks about a possible magnetic anomaly that is happening around the world that may be the cause of some of this strange stuff. But I don't know, guys. There is just so much just plain bizarreness and strangeness happening around the world. From the lights to the booms to the massive cracks to the animal life acting very strange and to the UFO sightings, bringing us to a new clip here, speaking of, that was taken from a passenger on a commercial airline who was flying at night and who noticed something massive glowing in the clouds below the plane. So check this out. Alright, so how creepy is that? Now what you're seeing here is a filtered version that it was actually sent in with the original piece. So this is from the source, just kind of giving you an idea of how localized this glowing whatever it is that was sitting below this flight in the clouds, creating this red-orangey glow, just emanating from it. I mean, it's just, again, total strangeness. And this occurred while a man by the name of Habib Garcia was on a flight. It was actually early in the morning from Monterrey, Mexico to Mexico City. So this was about 3 a.m. He says that we took off, we passed through heavy clouds, and as they were approaching, 30, 40,000 feet, he notices what he said, a very, very bright orange light outside of his window that he said was pulsating. His exact words, pulsating. So he says the video doesn't do it justice, but if you look hard, there's some parts in it where you can see this sort of pulsating, but when it's nighttime, the camera has trouble adjusting, but, I believe him here, and here we are left with another very mysterious piece of footage. It reminds me of another set of photographs that we featured recently of another sort of glowing object seen from a plane, only this time you could actually see the object in what took the shape of this glowing triangle, spotted from a viewer who was on a flight from Texas, high above the Gulf, when he noticed this small little, moving light and started snapping pics, and this is what he captured. And, you know, this was right next to Mexico, right where this new footage was captured. So could this be the source of this light as well? I will leave it up to you guys. I wish we had more details. So it's just all totally bizarre. You know, the more that I run this channel, a channel that I love and a topic that I love, the more in-your-face data I get to feature here that I think would cause any skeptic to reevaluate and at least have to admit that something is going on around Earth and above Earth and outside of Earth in space. And there has not been a shortage in today's video, that is for sure, of strangeness. So you guys tell me what you think. I apologize for not posting a video over the past couple of days. It's been a really busy week. A friend of mine has been in the hospital, so I've been visiting with him. And then just yesterday, I went to the dentist and ended up having to have a tooth pulled, which left me sitting the rest of the day with my jaw swollen, half my face numb. And today I felt, you know, just well enough to record. I almost posted a video with one of those robot voices, but I figured that would probably annoy a lot of you. We know there's enough of those channels out there already. So I went ahead and just took the day off, but I'm glad to be back. So thank you for being patient with me. I've got a lot more in the works, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you all back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.